Hi everybody, I'm on the road again. Just driving back home actually from town. It's like a 45-minute drive. I felt like making a little message just to talk. Joe and I are really in the mood to just talk. So much happening in the world today. I feel like I was born for this. Doesn't Lady Gaga say something like she was born for this? I feel like I was born for this, baby. So what does that mean? It's like you live your whole life looking for your purpose. I feel like I found my purpose. And then you started to have all these question marks because so much is leaking into the obvious perception that the world is exposing itself, the dark and the light sides of itself, the angels and the demons of itself. And here I am. It's time. It's time for something big. Big in the change of things. And if we look at thousands of years of human history, it was kind of inevitable that we would live through a time of challenge. It's almost like we were born, I'm 38, so I was born into feeling like it was a comfortable world and we were living in a good country and a good time, and that this was going to continue. Even though you ask yourself every time you get fast food, how is this sustainable? How much junk am I throwing away that's holding my hamburger and my french fries and my soft drink? And everybody has this bundle of stuff that goes in the trash every single time you go to fast food. How is this sustainable? This is not sustainable. It's ridiculous. And what do I do about that? I guess go with the flow of this, and somehow, some way, it will have to face itself in the mirror. All this stuff is going to add up. I would hope that it doesn't add up at the point that it's too late. We can't correct any of this, and we're going to be swallowed up by this stupidity. I feel convinced that there is divine time calling me, calling you, calling all of us, and we're learning what we need to learn. I had this pretty neat epiphany, and it was really basic, really simple. And the epiphany was that it's like, again, I was thinking about the money, the root of all evil concept. I was deeply thinking about a lot of things. So if you want to manifest money, a powerful way to visualization, it's not just seeing yourself in the future that you want to live in. I don't like to call that the future, because you're supposed to experience it as the present. Because if it's something you're going to get in the future, then you'll always be chasing after it. If it's something that you already have in the present, then you exist within the dream come true, and you just let it materialize around you. You have to be passionate about this. You have to really want this. You have to have your heart singing for this. And one thing I felt in conflict inside myself when it comes to this whole idea of manifesting wealth is I can't get myself to sing like this is the most important thing in my life, that I could just have all of this wealth. And I'm not sure why. I feel like it's because where my heart sings the loudest is when I'm learning. And I like to learn. I like to have new experiences that challenge me. And I don't know that having all the money in the world is necessarily gives you the most... I don't know that it's all it's cracked up to be. I think you could imagine it being all it's cracked up to be. But if you can pay for everything to be simple, or everything to be easy, everything to take care of itself, then what is there left? I can lounge all day, every day, not do anything. Is that what I was born to be? baby, you were born this way. I was born to be this. Lady Gaga, I swear it's like echoing in my mind somewhere. I hear Lady Gaga. But the epiphany was that wherever I am is exactly where I need to be. And any fears or concerns or my eyes rolling and my head shaking and I have this look of just absolute how is this, how am I witnessing such an absurd reality right now? I don't even know what to make of this absurd reality. I mean, the solutions are obvious, but the solutions don't seem to be coming, so I guess we have to just like flow with this absurd reality. Anyway, if everything falls apart around me, I'm in the correct learning. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm everything I need to be for that experience, and that there is the abundance. That there is the gift. That's why there's no reason to worry about the future. And it's kind of funny when you think about manifesting wealth and you do it in the present day. Now imagine billions of people on the planet and we're all manifesting wealth. And maybe that's a sign that there's nothing else to do but just reap the reward and the joy of living. And money just transforms into memories of happiness and interesting exchanges with each other. I think it's inevitable that part of our human race here, we speak different languages, not because we speak actual different languages, way we communicate, way that I share my vision of things may be understood by one, but another is going to be mocking me or rolling their eyes, and it's not going to translate to them. And so even if we all spoke English, let's just say, we would all be sharing, giving and receiving a message, and it would translate differently inside of ourselves. I think there's always going to be something of a challenge in interpreting and communicating in a way that we maintain some kind of level of unconditional love, and we work together to solve these problems. If one person has this vision in mind and this other person has a completely opposing vision in mind, then how are these problems ever going to get solved if we're constantly bending the stick because we're too tired to continue to deal with these narcissists? And the narcissists and their insecurities are the ones that rule the world. It's not the world I want to live in. I don't want to live in a world with somebody who is right all the time, is making all the wrong decisions and refuses to admit that, refuses to change. And we're so tired of it and living such tired lives that we don't even push back. We just shrug our shoulders, keep throwing our McDonald's trash in the garbage, and just go with the flow of it. But I do feel like we can't deny that this concept of the Great Reset is definitely happening. And we're a part of it. We're witnessing it. Our lives may be crumbling all around us as we speak, as we just become that much stronger from all of this experience. Or we might just get flushed right on down the toilet. It is what it is. It's hard to imagine when I live in a peaceful place, there are people that are running and screaming and hiding, and their world is not peaceful. And I have no concept of that other than in my imagination. And I don't even know how to help. I don't know how to even relate to that because I'm so far removed from something like that. Who's to say I will remain far removed from something like that? I don't know. There was something truly interesting I wanted to tell you guys about, but I've been a bit resistant. So if you've managed to listen for 9 minutes and 49 seconds, thank you. All right. I'm deciding whether I want to talk about this or not. This is the next concept of reflection about the dark and the light side of an individual soul, and how we learn and grow. We separate from ourselves, and we have different sides of those separations. One is patient, flexible, forgiving, the angelic side, and one is demanding, screaming, crying, yelling, attacking, withdrawing. It's like this dark side, you could call it the demonic side. And we have this imbalance. We have this inside ourselves. We work on it every day. We have it in the bigger picture of the world. The human race separated into these types of personalities, okay? We're trying to bring this all into balance. Is a great reset an economic event, an event that is a part of our societal balance? How about, it could be monetary, or it could be of the mind, or it could be of the heart, or it could be of the soul, like the spirit of the human race. So this Klaus Schwab is a really common name when it comes to World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. He's somebody that I've been curious about, and ended up running into him unexpectedly, doing a journey into someone else. Actually, I ended up running into him, and this is really hard to talk about because I feel so affected by it, to be honest. But basically, Klaus Schwab, this is what came to me about him. This is another, simply an idea, okay? You think for yourself, you reflect in your own way. But what came to me about him is, imagine after World War II, we didn't clean up the mess. As in, all the people that were impacted psychologically. I feel like he was part of a brainwashing study. Maybe it was a Nazi regime type thing where they had taken children in and were working on a strategy of understanding how to manipulate the mind to create maybe mega soldiers or who knows what. He was completely innocent in and of himself. I felt like he was perfectly brainwashed, and that he was, you could say, a perfect being in and of his own mind with 100% confidence. But what was he? Was he a man, or was he a demon? Because if you want to talk about the second coming of Christ, or the second coming of Satan, what was infiltrating his reflection was the second coming of Satan, working through him. And what baffles me is what genuine love is, what genuine nurture is. He represents an innocent relationship with genuine love and nurture that is sick and twisted. The sacral chakra was overinflated, the ego in the sacral chakra, and with that type of influence, basically the demonic figure was a nurturing father to all of his children, these demonically possessed, you could say, political leaders that are completely not self-aware, completely narcissistic, completely absurd decision making, pushing it at all costs or else. And these are the children of this one father figure, and nurturing, going out of his way to make sure they feel taken care of, have someone to talk to. And it's all this sick, it's a filthy, sick love. The demon itself had, you know how like cows have udders? This demon had 1,000,000 udders that were representing the male genital body part, and they were defined as teats, okay? Freaking sick stuff. And all these people that bend to the will of this rhetoric, that bend to the will of this, become aligned with this turn inside out love. It's a sick love. It's welcoming all the children to nurse on Papa's, ding dong. And it's genuine. It's baffling. It's genuine love. Innocent, genuine love. What is it when the mind has lost itself to a concept of this magnitude? Are we talking about a man here? Or are we talking about a demonic being? That Joe and I both did it was ringing bells in Joe's head, and we looked it up, and there's this demon called Legion. And this demon, Legion, has many demons connected to it, and they all work as one hive mind, okay? And it was like this demon, Legion, was working through this Klaus Schwab. And we have to put this energy in reverse. Is it possible that the mirror dimension, the astral plane, on the other side of the veil, that everything is perfectly lining up to what is, you could say, Christ consciousness is now the evil of the world, and that something truly satanic and horrific is the benevolence and the good of this world, and that we have turned so inside out and so upside down that either A, you're going to be totally in tune with the right and the wrong, or B, you just are too worn out to even freaking follow anything of this kind. You just want some kind of basic sanity. But I will say that dealing with that Legion demon and what I came across with Klaus Schwab, I mean, is he really... Imagine though, a kid goes through a brainwashed process. I don't know what that would look like. Let's just say it's some kind of secret biolab where we study the mind and we bring in children. How do we collect these children? I think you can use your imagination to figure out where these missing children might wind up. And this is perfect because these kids, you know what? Nobody's going to miss them. We'll bring them on in here, and now we're going to improve our understanding of the human mind. And we can do it behind closed doors where nobody needs to know this illegal activity is taking place. And we're going to create perfect soldiers or perfect humans. But we're not going to work with something that is of the level of genuine love. Like, let's brainwash these kids with images of soft bunnies and adorable guinea pigs and squeaky cute little noises. No, let's show them constant images of something disturbing over and over and over until their mind breaks, or who knows what they've concocted in order to do this. And what if somewhere it breaks the conscious mind on down in the subconscious? What if the messages are going straight into the deepest parts of who you are, and you become 100% confident in something that was a completely programmed human being? And imagine we didn't make sure that we knew about everything that was going on after World War II, and some of these got into the world and they influenced it. They impacted it. Maybe we are still dealing with World War II right now. Maybe we are still dealing with this. This is just ideas. That's all this is. That's what I came across with him. So there's so much more, you guys. Because this Legion is a big thing. So is this a human thing, or is this an energy thing? Is this an angels and demons thing? And what are we going to do about this? You know, they talk about the sign of the beast, and at one time it was said that it would be cryptocurrency or something like this. But I think it's the vaccination card. I think that's what it makes me think of, because they're really pushing that these people follow the rules and these people don't follow the rules. And that's very well where we could be going here with this. Again, I'm not here, this isn't about let's be afraid of what comes next. Let's embrace this interesting roller coaster ride. We're always in the right place at the right time, and you have to ask your heart what is right for you, and don't worry about it, right? Don't worry about, well, what's right for me is to give in to this process. Then that's what's right for you. Man, I'm not here to put anybody down for any of their choices. You can tell when somebody is more on the benevolent side, because I don't want anybody to feel ripped apart for making a decision that was right for them. Just like I don't want to feel ripped apart for making a decision that's right for me. But you can feel it in society that if you were to say your own opinion on this, you're going to be violated in public. You're going to be pointed at and maybe beaten down, possibly. Like, it's just to the extreme degree of violence, for having your own opinion. So, I'm going to just say this for now. Thank you guys for watching, for listening in, for being a part of this experience with me. Hope you're all having an awesome day. Bye for now.